What's the deal? What's the deal? It's your boy Who It's Hendo, man. We back. Yeah, man. I love doing these niggas because they give me content to go crazy on. We got Ticket, Chill, I don't know who that is, Low, and they basically talking about KD. You know what I'm saying? What would KD be if he didn't go to Golden State? You know what I'm saying? I did the Giannis part of the video. This part two. They talking about KD, and then he brings up why Dominique Wilkins is not as good as whoever. Let's see what's going on, bro.
I was even giving heavy pushback, and become more familiar with each other as time progressed. I had heavy pushback at the concept that people were trying to put Durant over Curry because that didn't make any sense to me. So I'm not to the point where I think that Durant is like the 10th or 11th greatest player of all time. He's knocking on I don't think he's at that point. I think it's
Me either. I think personally he like in my realm, Giannis is inching closer to pass him. He's top 20 for me. Yeah, Kevin Durant definitely. He's top 20 for me. I got people like Dwayne Wade, Dirk Nowitzki, Hakeem Olajuwon, people like Steph Curry. I got those type of people. Larry Bird. I still got all those type of people above him.
Other players before that, but to say that he's like between 15 and 20, I think even without the championships, he would have been between 15 and 20.
Man, that's
he just
cap.
continued
What? And that's what I be talking about these new YouTube niggas, bro. Kevin Durant would not be top 20 all time without motherfucking championships. You might as well, bro. You might as well say that's if he don't have no championships and he just got an MVP, how can he even be past AI? Man, if Kevin Durant did not have any championships, there's no way I would be able to put him past people like AI, Malone, Barkley. I won't be able to put him past none of them. That is a crazy assessment to say that Kevin Durant would be top 15, 20 without any championships. So if now that he won the championships, he should be top 10 then in your logic. See, that's what I'm talking about. This Legends of Winning, you're not making no sense, bro. You saying that Kevin Durant is not a top 10 or 11 player to you, but you think without the championships, he will be top 15, 20. That's not making no sense. That means he should be in your top 10 or whatever with the championships. It's not making no sense, bro.
I don't think so.
Hold on.
I don't think.
How is it Dominique Wilkins?
Because Dominique Wilkins doesn't have an MVP. Dominique Wilkins didn't get the second round. It's not the same.
Why doesn't Dominique have an
Wilkins was
MVP?
playing in an era with better when he had more dominant players that's in this era. Dominique Wilkins was playing in the Larry Bird era, the Isaiah era, the Michael Jordan era.
Talking about?
Look at the era he was playing in. This era is an era full of dudes who don't want to stand. Yo, these dudes don't stand on nothing.
And KD is playing in an era where they all linking up. Dominique Wilkins, if he wanted to, he could have linked up with other players, but he didn't. Dominique Wilkins was an exceptional player, bro. He just wasn't on the level of a Michael Jordan, you feel me, or a Bird, you feel me, Magic. To say that he wasn't better than those three guys is not a slight. You know what I'm saying? It's not a slight.
Hold up. Why didn't? It's actually not even about the players. Why doesn't Dominique have an MVP? It's because in those days, one, most of the MVPs went to big men. Two, almost every MVP. Hold on.
That's a fact. That is a fact, Lo. That is a fact.
Every MVP was a two-way player. A guy like KD, because he primarily is only on the offensive side of the ball, probably doesn't win an MVP because they will look at his lack of defense. And I'm not saying he's a bad defender, but he's not a dominant defender and be like, I don't think he gets the MVP. That's the difference between him and Dominique. Dominique doesn't get enough love.
That's not true. And I'm with them on their argument, but that's not true. Because in the 80s, Bird won 3 in a row. Bird was not a dominant two-way player. He was primarily an offensive player who really hustled on defense and did play some defense, but he was not a dominant two-way player. Magic was not a dominant two-way player. He was an okay defender and exceptional on the offensive end. MJ, He was the two-way dominant player. Who else won the championship? Who else won the MVP in the 80s? Then he played into the 90s too. I can't think of anybody else. But I know those two because Bird won 3 and Magic won, I think, 2 or 3 in the 80s. So those two guys were not dominant two-way players. Those were great offensive players who were pretty good defensively, were okay defensively.
Was left off the top 50 list. Come on.
Facts. Thank you. Ayo,
let's no. Go
ahead. Talk to us, Lo, and then we got to move to our next topic. Go ahead, Lo.
You said
set the record straight.
Most of them were big men.
Most, not all.
Who won MVPs or big men?
And 79. Okay, in 79, Jabal won it. In 80, Jabal won it. In 81, Doc won it. In 82. Moses Malone won it. 83, Moses won it. In 84, Bird won it. In 85,
Bird is a big
6'9".
I'm mad.
Larry Bird every bit of 6'10".
If you can count Larry Bird, if you count Larry Bird a big, fine. If that's
plays in the front court. So
but most of the players who won in the 80s, it was Dr. J, Bird, and Magic. That's who majority won of all in the 80s. Moses won 2 in the 80s, and the rest of them was Bird, Dr. J, and Magic, essentially. So, yes, is it true? And Magic was definitely primary offensively than he was on the defensive. He's primary offense. So again, the argument that he was doing, no, he just wasn't as good as them. Like that's simple put. Kevin Durant had to win an MVP over LeBron James.
What do you mean he wasn't as good as them?
He's not.
Look at the series. His best player was Mookie Blaylock. What are you talking about?
Hold on.
Because I'm about to eat. Are you real, man?
No, you ain't. No, you not.
He was playing against. Hold on. He don't know basketball. He was playing against the Boston Celtics. They were stacked. He was playing against the Detroit Pistons. They were stacked. He was playing against the Chicago Bulls. They enjoyed the Pistons. Those were the teams he was losing to. Look it up. His second best player was who? Mookie Blaylock. Cut the crap.
Right. And you know, because
don't tell me that when he was taking it, he wasn't getting swept. Go look at the series. Pull it up.
Talk to us, Chill. Talk to us.
And because he wasn't getting swept, that doesn't mean he wasn't.
No, they was going.
Talk to us, Chill. No, talk to us.
Because he wasn't getting swept does not mean that he was the best player.
Thank you.
He was never better than Larry Bird at any point.
And this is where Ticket got to calm down, bro, because Dominique Wilkins was never better than Larry Bird, Magic, or Jordan. And that's just that's just the realm of it. But, man, this is some of the stuff that they be talking about. The KD argument is wild, but the Dominique Wilkins argument is wild, too. You know what I'm saying? He was losing to those teams, but he wasn't better than the best player on those teams regardless. So it really doesn't matter. But yeah, man, this been Who Is Hendo, man. Another video. And I'm out.